Good morning, comrades. Welcome back to the Nürburgring. It may be obvious because of the sign that we're passing here. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you all are doing well. And in today's video, I'm going to explain to you how to do the Nürburgring Touristenfahrten or public session Nürburgring. So if you're a first timer, make sure to watch. If you are regular, also watch, because something you maybe need a refresher, a reminder, and we're gonna have some fun on the track. We are going now to the info center. This is where the info center is. I'm gonna put the GPS location in the video description. Why? Because sometimes it's a bit weird to find out or to understand where the actual entrance is for the Nürburgring public session. Because you have multiple entrances, you have multiple tracks, you have the GP track, you have Müllmarktschleife, you have the Nordschleife, of course. And then it's like, where do I actually go to enter the track? Well, the info center is the most obvious, so you can just like go to here and then later on follow the route that I have been driving now to get to the track. And I will also include the track entrance in the Google Maps and the GPS in the video description. The reason why I'm also here at the info center is you can go to the museum when the times are less pandemic-ish, I would say. You can buy your lap tickets there. Same goes for the current situation. You can also buy your lap tickets at ED gas station or also the ticket office next to the track entrance. However, right now it's so-called the contactless TF. Contactless TF means that there's a extra concept developed to make Touristenfahrten possible in these times of Corona. And this means no physical lap ticket sales. So you have to go to the Green Hell Driving website. In the past there was an app, but it's been taken down. So you have to go to the website, register there, and there you can buy your lap ticket. You get your personal QR code, and then you can use it to access the track. Alternatively, you can also buy a year ticket, which is this. It costs 2,200 euros, but you have unlimited access. And this means that after 88 laps, you can get the money worth, because during the weekend, during the weeknights, Monday to Thursday, the track access costs 25 euros per lap. On the weekend, it's 30 euros per lap. And it has been unchanged for quite a while, which is very good. And alternatively, of course, you can obviously get the JK Jahreskarte, and this you get the physical example of it sent to your home. Or when contactless TF concept will be over, hopefully sooner than later, obviously, then you can buy an actual lap card as well. A lot of people are going to ask the question, what about the cards or tickets that have been purchased over the course of last years? They are still valid. Basically, what you have on your account is just money which is transferred into your account. So the only thing that can happen in the future is that the lap prices can be increased, and thereby you just have less laps per the amount of credits that you have, basically. But up until then, they are all valid, so don't worry about that. Unlimited validation as far as I know. So as you can see, we're rolling through the village of Nürburgring towards the track access. I want to emphasize one more time, every time, please don't do stupid stuff on the track. But if you decide to do stupid stuff anyway, then it's better to do it on the track rather than on public roads. We had multiple accidents, police been involved quite often. We have here this contraption, this thing everyone's been asking what is it in every single video. This is to slow the traffic down, because unfortunately a lot of people have been just absolute douchebags flooring through the street where children are walking, and the track entrance is over there. If you want to go fast, go to the track. And look at that, 1, 2, 3 Yaris, so many Yarises. So on top of that, the police controls are increasing because of the amount of hooligans. And this is just unnecessary. So save your sporty driving for the track. That's pretty much all I have to say. Now, also in current times, most of the parking lots are closed. The GP track historic paddock is open. Hohe Acht is open. Brunchen and Pflanzgarten were supposed to be open, so they might be open gradually later through the year, but you just have to monitor the system. If it's closed, look for some other parking, but Nürburgring made sure that the historic GP paddock is going to be open. So, to the right is the track entrance. To the left is another extra parking, and also the lap ticket office, which is currently not functioning, unfortunately. But you can park up there. You have to wear a medical mask if you're gonna get out of the car. This is like a very mandatory demand, prescription, mandatory fact that you need to. So not just a regular mask, but a medical mask if you want to get rest and get out. And also at this point, unfortunately, if you're wanting to come just to spectate, the rule applies: stay home. Yeah, stay at home, because if you want to come driving, you're more than welcome, but otherwise, yeah. When it comes to the driving, so first let me go through the gates. So these are TF gates. It doesn't matter which one you take, the right one, middle, or the left one. The only thing I want to say is that the left one and the middle one has also scanner on the right side. This means if you're a right-hand drive car, you can go to these sides. So don't be awkward. And then you see an orange circle. That's where you tap the card against, and underneath is a scanner where you insert your phone or a screenshot or a printed out version of your QR code if you're using the website to scan it. Now, Apple users better print it out, because there's been always the Apple Pay issue, because it's an NFC scanner. So if you insert your phone is going to be like, oh, I'm going to try to pay, and it's going to bring up your credit card, and then you'll be causing a traffic jam. It will be just an awkward situation. So just print it out. That's a better way. So once you are on the track, you can, most important thing is always do more than one lap. I mean, if you decide to do a slow lap, it's fine, but the thing is you need to check the track conditions. Even though if the sun is shining here at the entrance, it could be raining at another part of the track. We see here now lots of debris because construction works have been taking place. So always be easy, warm up your car, warm up yourself. Don't go bananas on the first lap. It's been like mistakes like that have been made in the past by people, including myself. So just take it easy. Also try to stay off the curbstones. That will save you, your car. Warm up the tires, take it easy. Now for the rest, the rules as on the public roads apply. This means that you are allowed to overtake only on the left side, no overtakings on the right. Preferably also indicate. So whenever there's a faster traffic behind you, you would stay on the right, turn your blinker to the right, let the car pass. When the car is passing you, keep your eyes always on the road. Don't look in the mirrors, where is it, because you will end up like I'm doing right now. Well, this is more or less ideal line, I'm going to get to that in a bit, but you will be looking in the mirror and not on the road, and you will end up going off the track. So don't look in the mirrors when the car is overtaking you. Always eyes on the road, and also never go on the brake unless you have to go brake for the corner suddenly because the car is overtaking you. So there's a car behind me, I'm going to show it how it's done. So I'm going to turn the indicator to the right, let them pass, easy, just like that, and we proceed with our movements. Now, for the rest, easy as that. Also, if you want to overtake, it's preferably to indicate to the left that you will be passing them, and then just pass them and go ahead with your business. Now, speaking of the cars, it's the question is which cars are allowed. It's important to have street registration on your car. This means you need to have a license plate, the car needs to be registered, you need to have a valid insurance, MOT, etc., etc. The car's appearance needs to be legal according to the German law. This means you cannot have the massive wing or loud exhaust just because they are legal in your country. You have to if you have a massive wing, you have to take it off, and then you will be allowed to proceed onto the track. Alternatively, also when it comes to the seats, you're not allowed to have seats with so-called ears. So there's been a case once where a guy came here and he had to cut off his ears, not his ears, but the ears of his seat, because he wanted to go onto the track so much. Now, another thing that I'm going to tell you is don't try to chase someone like I automatically did. Just let people go at your own pace. It's not bad to just get off the throttle and just let someone who is faster go, even if he's in a slower car but faster than you. Just let them go, have fun. Another car, let them pass, go for it, and proceed. There we go. Very nice driving etiquette. What else should I tell you? So I told you about the car's conditions. There's been also some questions when it comes to the cage. Some people say that you're not allowed to have a caged car or go with a caged car onto the Nürburgring. That's not true. The car in front of us had cage, and it's on the track, so that's all good. The thing with the requirements for the cages are, if you are having a cage, you need to wear a helmet and sometimes the extra padding. But But I mean, guys, this is something that you should be wearing in the first place, or having in the first place, for the sake of safety anyway. So these are the important things. Anything else? The car is allowed to be 130 or 128 decibel. It's always fluctuating and depending on if it's stationary or flat out. So don't have a too loud car. I mean, just because it's louder doesn't mean it's faster in the first place anyway. So just take it easy. Now, another thing, we're approaching here a section which quite often people ask, like, hey, why are you cutting this out? Why are you like transitioning your videos? Because here on the left we see the 90 sign. After that we will see 70 sign, followed by 50 sign. This is an actual speed limit. Now, will you get fined? Will you get lasered? Will you get flashed if you go too fast? No. The reason why this speed limit here is in the first place is because it's a second entrance and exit point. So on the right, behind this wall, there's an exit, which is currently closed because of the current corona time. So I would have to go completely to the left and swerve over to the right to make it there. Or even emergency personnel, either recovery truck or what's it called? Like a safety vehicle, need to go on there. And this is, you're welcome. And this is why you have to take it easy, because you don't want to be smashing into that recovery vehicle or safety vehicle, because yeah, then you will be the one to blame, so to say. Speaking, brake pads on the rear still need to be warmed up. Speaking of the blame, since the Nürburgring is a public road, so it's going to show you how to overtake. So I indicate to the left, he indicates to the right, we pass and we proceed with our business. That's it. Always be a gentleman, wave a thank you. Speaking of the blame, since the Nürburgring is a public road, in case of an accident, police will be involved. In case of a heavy accident when there are other cars involved as well. This means if your car is in a bad condition and you're gonna leak coolant or leak oil and some other car is gonna crash because of that, you will be the one charged with the blame. And if you don't have an insurance which covers the Nordschleife and Touristenfahrten, then you will be the one who will have to pay for that. So in that case, always check with your insurance, and then it's up to you to decide if the risk is worth it to drive there. Otherwise, go drive track days. Otherwise, it's our second lap with the car. It's still a test phase because we rebuilt it over the winter, so we need to work on that on the brake pads. So you have to decide if you're just going to drive track races, or alternatively, of course, you can rent a car which is insured. So this is something that you have to decide for yourself, but these are the basic rules. So what else? This was the carousel. We're approaching towards Hall 8. I think I covered pretty much everything when it comes to etiquette, to the safety driving, to the important rules. And those beeping brake pads. Oh yeah, there's another thing. So we saw those two people right now with purple vests, and those are Racetracker photographers. So these are official accredited photographers from Racetracker, and racetracker.de is a website where you go and you can find the pictures taken of you during the day. You can sort it by time, by car, by track section, and you can have something nice like this. Hopefully they got me, the so-called Whip-A-Man challenge. Then you can buy it. The picture prices vary between 8 to 12 euros, and they are absolutely worth it. Those brake pads are loud. We really need to bed them in or have a look at them. But yeah, so Racetracker has been a very important thing. Oh, by the way, you can also check out Auto Addiction on the internet, who has now a media license for this year, so you can also see yourself driving on the track. And if we're gonna have the track, what's it called? What I want to say, if the car park will be open again and I can do some car spotting, you can also find your car on my channel probably, and jump, and off we go. As you can see, there's an X5 in front of us. You can get on with any car pretty much. Oh, and there's a yellow, another important example. So we have yellow light. This means it will be followed by a yellow flag. This means there is an incident on the track, and you have to take it easy. Slow down to 100 in yellow light zone and to 50 in the yellow flag zone. So slow down considerably and be prepared to come to a complete stop, because there might be oil spill, there might be incident, there are people walking on the track where you will be passing the actual incident spot. Don't drive even faster than 30 or 20 kilometers per hour. So this is a very important safety rule. I was talking about the X5. So it's all good. So as you can see, there's no other car, so I guess it's just some cleanup. Oh, fine. Oh, nice. Good. So, and unlike track days or races, there is no such thing as a green flag. So you just need to see if there is no other yellow in the following section, and then you can proceed. It looks like it's fine, so I'm going to turn off my hazard lights and we go again. So I was speaking about the X5. You can get on the track with pretty much any car, as long as it's, as mentioned previously, has a street registration, and you cannot have like too heavy van, like a 3.5 ton van. That's not okay. But SUVs, no problem. Small delivery vans, no problem. Everything else, no problem. No big trucks, no big buses. And then once you go onto the main straight, don't floor it like crazy. Let the car cool down, go easy on the brakes, let the car cool down the brakes, the car cool down yourself. On the weekend, you can stay onto the left side, and then you have an extra gate if you want to continue for the second lap. Otherwise, you have to get off on the right side. Very nice driving. Then you have to get off onto the, here's where you get off onto the right side. So we're just gonna show you that. The also getting off spot is divided in 2 lanes. So if the lane on the left is occupied, you get off to the right, and then you can stick on the left lane over here and go straight to the gates again. That's kind of a shortcut life hack. Otherwise, you go to the right lane and go to the right towards the exit. Now, currently, unfortunately, in the current contactless TF times, the track is closed, the car park is closed, and this means that you have to get off completely. Otherwise, alternatively, you would be able to park here, get out, check out cars, talk about stuff, and then go to Devil's Diner to get some pancakes, some burgers. Pancakes, make sure to get pancakes, that's the most important thing. And then do the whole thing all over again. So, all in all, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I apologize for loud brake pads, but this was also like not only a media lap, but also a test lap. So it also added some dynamic probably to our video. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing all of you at the Nürburgring this year or in upcoming years, and otherwise also just on my channel. So thanks for watching. Hope you learned a thing or two, and looking forward to seeing you on the track. Bye bye.